Well, ladies and gentlemen, today is a big day. Well, 24 hours from wherever you are, probably, it might be a big day for you. Or it might be 48 hours, 36 hours, I don't know. All I know is that Jupiter is entering Cancer on the 20th of June. Kind of like in the very night of June, depending upon, again, where you are. So yes, this video is about transit of Jupiter in the sign of Cancer for your particular horoscope. And as always, if you do not know what your ascendant is, what your planetary placements are, if you do not know which house Jupiter is going to be transiting to, for that check out the links here and check out my full astrological report, including my books, Astrology, Conjunction, and Aspects at the Speed of Light, including all the other new options. So, Jupiter entering the grand sign of Cancer. The great benefic is entering the sign of Cancer where it's exalted. Now, why, if you're new to astrology, you're wondering, why is Jupiter exalted? Well, actually, it says that in a astrological book. The ancient books of astrology says it's exalted. Well, I mean, it's benefic and it's exalted in Cancer. Well, does that really prove it that it's exalted? No, there has been tests done over the years, but mainly the reason why Jupiter is a benefic planet, because mathematically Jupiter receives the maximum points in something called Ashtavarga, or I think it's called Binashtavarga, where out of the possible 96 points, whichever one has the most amount of points is the most benefic. Jupiter has the most points, it's the most benefic, where Saturn considered the most malefic because it has the least amount of positive points after its calculation. So this is why mathematically Jupiter is the most benefic, good things giver, planet. So in the yearly transit, when planets are moving through zodiac signs 24/7, well, Jupiter is not completing his sign of Gemini and entering Cancer. And in Cancer, especially from 7 to 17 degrees, Jupiter is really, really great because it's moving towards his exaltation. But mainly throughout the sign of Cancer, Jupiter just does a lot of positive things. And that's what we're going to discuss today as to, through all the ascendants, what is Jupiter going to do? Well, in the sign of Cancer, the reason why Jupiter is exalted, because Jupiter's dignity, its true personality, really shines. What is Jupiter? Jupiter is higher knowledge, philosophy, spirituality, guidance, counseling, finance, prosperity. That's what Jupiter is. What is Jupiter not? What it wasn't supposed to be. Jupiter was never meant to be religion, where Jupiter is also giving the title of religion, that you follow a certain boxed thing that you're born into and you only believe those things. Like how our great coming up, senators from Oklahoma, I think, says that the Bible says you need to stone the gays and lesbians. That's the bad side of Jupiter. Okay? The reason why Jupiter is exalted in a water sign of Cancer, because Cancer is a very peaceful spiritual sign. And this is where Jupiter's true dignity is seen, where he's spiritual. He doesn't make judgment if you're gay or black or white or Indian. He doesn't care about your sexual orientation. You can have orgies with 1 billion people. Jupiter doesn't care about that. Jupiter says that the world is divine, God is divine. God is a very watery energy, because the fact people don't realize that water is the most essential thing that you do. Water is literally the first element that, that gives you life. Why? Because there was planet on this water first. Before Earth was created the way it is now, it was all water. Water was everything. So in water sign, every planet shows, especially in Cancer, and Pisces, more than even Pisces, Cancer is a very motherly sign. It's a divine mother. Divine mother doesn't care if it's your child or someone else's child. If the child is black, Mexican, white, Muslim, Hindu, the divine mother embraces the child. That's why Jupiter is so benefic here. And Jupiter is great motivation. So people feel motivated when Jupiter is well placed. Now, obviously, I have some very moronic people emailing me. Just 3-4 days ago, a girl emailed me saying that I just received the most devastating news regarding my education. And you said Jupiter's transiting in Cancer is going to be really good and is transiting my 9th house. I will never believe in astrology. And this is why knowing half-assed astrology is very dangerous. So it's probably a good thing this person does not believe in astrology, because Jupiter hasn't even entered Cancer. And if you think it's entering your 9th house, that means Jupiter is in the 8th house in the sign of Gemini. Still, 8th house is a house of sudden ups and downs, sudden crazy calamities. So you experienced that. The astrology just proved itself right to you. But it's a good thing you're not believing in it. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to go over the ascendant and see how Jupiter is, going to fare well for your ascendant, because this was requested by so many. Okay, that's why I'm doing it. So for Aries ascendant, Jupiter is going to be transiting the 4th house. And 4th house is a house of dwelling, home, mother, okay, people of the homeland. And for Aries ascendant people, Saturn is controlling the 9th and 12th house. So it's a great benefic planet here for this ascendant. And its transit on the 4th house will show that you will, in this year, will come across gurus within your home that would have traveled a long distance to come to your homeland, and you're going to meet your gurus. Shows that there will be the great celebration within the home. Whether it's marriage, birth of a child, or great money coming in, or you're buying a new house, there will be celebration within the house. And through the mother, you will be able to gain a lot of spiritual knowledge this year. Through the mother, you might actually be able to go to pilgrimage, go to distant lands and enjoy your life, learn something new. But especially in this time period, you will greatly benefit through the mother. Like, let's say mother might get a great bonus from work. She will help you out. Somehow your mother buys a new home, so you get to live in a new and better home. But situations within the home, within the dwelling, will finally be calming down, especially their malefic planets transiting, or malefic planets are in your birth horoscope. What Jupiter will do, just think of a yellow light coming on top of all the malefic planets. So it'll settle things down within the home. And you will finally feel at peace. One thing though with these people this year, they might reject strict religious things. They might reject complete religious principles or religious, activities. There will be far more towards being in their home, experiencing spiritual knowledge than religious knowledge. Let's say Taurus ascendant people. Taurus ascendant people will be having Jupiter in the 3rd house, and Jupiter is the 8th and 11th Lord ruler. And here in the 3rd house, Jupiter will show that you will gain sudden benefits from siblings. You may get sudden money from siblings. Suddenly your efforts will be rewarded in this time period, where out of nowhere the fruits of your labor will be paid off in this time period. And shows that if you have been dealing with any health problems, if you have been dealing with any health calamities, they will suddenly disappear through your own effort this year. While you're putting effort, and when Jupiter is in the mid degrees of his Cancer sign, he will suddenly pull you away from dramatic situations. And in this time period, you will be gathering a lot of information, saving a lot of information, taking care of a lot of data. So it doesn't matter, you might be a lawyer, doctor, artist, you'll be gathering somehow a lot of information with you. And you're going to try to preach things to your siblings in this time period. Preach things about death, about life, about, hopes and wishes. And especially here in this time period, your hopes and wishes will be coming through your own effort. Let's say for Gemini ascendant, Jupiter is ruling the 7th and 10th house, and it is going to be transiting their 2nd house. Shows that in this time period, if you have business, if you do business, you will be rewarded greatly financially. If you speak for your business, let's say you're a public speaker, you're an author, writer, okay, you counsel and advise people for a living, this Jupiter is going to reward you a lot. And here in the family, within the family, there will be great peace. And Jupiter will also make you this great advisor within the family this year. This year you will notice that a lot of family members are coming to you for advice because Jupiter is going over your second house. You are becoming the speaking advisor to the family. Now, of course, if other people have the same ascendant in your horoscope, then you all will be sharing ideas and sharing information, counseling each other. But this is a great time for people who are in their own business. And this year, especially, people who are working for other people will get inclination towards poetry, writing, publishing things, and wanting to do independent counseling on their own. So this is why this is a great time period for you guys. For Cancer Ascendant people, Jupiter rules the 6th house and the 9th house and will be entering the Ascendant. Shows that in this time period, Jupiter is going to be kind of putting his yellow light over your health issues and diseases, enemies and obstacles. And he'll be saying that you, through your guidance, through your personality, through your imagination, you will be able to take care of all your debts, all your problems with enemies and obstacles, and you will be this great shining advisor for everybody in every aspect of your life due to the fact it's in your ascendant as a Cancer Ascendant. And Jupiter will be aspecting, the 5th and 9th house of 2 Trikona signs that greatly benefit with Jupiter's aspect. So it shows that there will be great celebration regarding home, children, travel. So pretty much, your personality will suddenly become of a great advisor. This great person who wants to show people spirituality and show people, great spiritual teachings. You will even teach your enemies, and you will benefit through enemies with this Jupiter transit. For Leo Ascendant people, Jupiter will be in your 12th house, and Jupiter controls the 5th and 8th house. What this shows, in this time period, you're going to get opportunity to go to foreign lands suddenly regarding education. You will suddenly feel spiritually attracted to foreign lands, isolated places, visiting monasteries, any place that spiritually is vibrant. And subconsciously you're going to be feeling a lot of optimism. Usually people with this kind of activated Jupiter in the 12th house might feel really like a victim or feel sorry. But this Jupiter, exalted Jupiter, is going to be giving you a lot of motivation subconsciously, and you're going to want to do things creatively. You're going to be suddenly interested in classical arts, classical music and dance. You're going to want to explore your imagination creatively. And suddenly, your luck will rise in this time period. There's no certain timing. It'll just suddenly happen because 8th house is very unpredictable. For Virgo Ascendant people, Saturn is going to be transiting your 11th house, which is a great placement for Virgo Ascendant people. Saturn here will be bringing you a lot of friends with benefits. No, not friends with benefits. Okay, don't get the wrong idea. Jupiter doesn't do that. Rahu might do that, but not Jupiter. Here you will be getting friends who you will benefit from, learn wisdom from. All your hopes and wishes will be coming true in this time period. You will be getting sudden liquid gains in this life. And Jupiter for you controls the 4th and 7th house. So it shows you will have sudden gains coming through property, through marriage. Your hopes and wishes is to get married this year. That can come true, or for a woman especially, you can meet your husband with this kind of a position. And Jupiter will be giving you a lot of opportunities to do business this year. A lot of opportunities with network circles to have many ideas regarding making money and making investments, gains in this period. And especially because Jupiter controls your 4th house, shows you will reap your benefit from the mother or motherly figure if mother's not there. But from the home and dwelling, there will be a lot of money made for you guys. For Libra ascendant people, Jupiter is going to be in the 10th house, and it controls the 3rd and 6th house for you guys. And in this time period shows that your siblings or friends or close neighbors will be responsible for you to get a promotion at work. You will be respected in this society for the efforts that you put in, for the deeds that you do for the poor people. You'll be rewarded for the hard work that you do, how you handle enemies, how you handle diseases and debts. And for these people especially, this would be a great time for, if you want to start a business, this would be the great time, because Jupiter controls the 3rd house of self-efforts. Like because when you make your own money, you're putting your own effort. You're putting your own marketing and everything, salesmanship, to make your living. So now Jupiter is saying, I'm giving you the access to make your own money, to make your own living in this time period. You will greatly benefit from your bosses, from your co-workers. Okay. And because of the fact 6th Lord is in the 10th house, shows that there will be you might get rewarded for your great service in this time period. So if there's some reward ceremony coming up with you guys, especially if there are malefic planets in your 10th house, you probably have been going through major ups and downs. But now Jupiter is going to again shed his white light over your 10th house. So if bosses are really coming at you, they will calm themselves down. Co-workers are playing politics against you, they will suddenly calm down. Okay, but it will take time. It won't be just suddenly. Jupiter needs to progress himself into the sign of Cancer. For Scorpio ascendant people, Jupiter is going to be transiting the 9th house. And in this time period, you're going to be greatly benefiting through investments, stock market. If you travel for work, you'll be traveling for sure and reaping benefits of that. And if you, in this time period, if you try to gain access to higher education when it's in Cancer, not a week before when it's in Cancer, but when it's in Cancer, you will reap the results of gaining access to higher education so you can make your living, because it controls your 2nd house. And in this time period, it promises children for your ascendant, especially for female. So this is a great time to, if you're trying to have kids, this would be the great time to have kids. And it also shows that you will meet a guru in foreign land if you travel in this time period. You will meet some sort of a spiritual guru who will give you benefits and enlighten you towards making money, taking care of kids and education, and your creative self-expression. All of this will be benefited through help of a guru. For Sagittarius ascendant, Jupiter is going to be transiting your 8th house. What this shows is that Jupiter is going to shed light onto your enemies. Your secret enemies will be exposed. All your major ups and downs that you have been going through your life, Jupiter is going to put a positive spin on that, where suddenly things will turn around for the better. And especially for you, because Jupiter also controls the 4th house, shows that you guys might move suddenly to a better place. So if you are thinking about moving in this year, in this 1 year, you're going to suddenly move to some place. And especially it could be foreign lands, because Jupiter from the 8th house is aspecting the 12th house. So he might take you away from homeland and suddenly put you into foreign lands. But mainly in this time period, you guys are going to be involved in research, in digging deep for things, investigating things, and shedding light on spiritual things, shedding light on the occult knowledge, shedding light on things that are buried underground. So you might find hidden treasure with this kind of a transiting Jupiter. So if you're a treasure hunter and you go out into the sea to find that lost gold from the pirate ship, this might be the time for you to sail there. For Capricorn ascendant people, Jupiter is going to be transiting your 7th house. This could be the time where you might actually get married in this 1 year. And this will be the time where if you're having trouble in marriage, Jupiter is going to bring a lot of calmness into the marriage. Jupiter is finally going to negotiate things and negotiate deals for you guys. And especially for you, Jupiter controls the 12th and 3rd house. And what this shows is that here Jupiter is through your spouse or business partner is going to shed light on your expenses. You're suddenly going to realize, oh my God, I'm spending too much money. I shouldn't do that. Or your spouse is going to shed light on things that are happening with your siblings, things that are happening with your close neighbors. Your spouse will be giving you a lot of help in putting efforts into your business in this time period. So if your business partner has been slacking, or you want some help from your spouse in your business, whether you own a gas station or a law firm, they will be suddenly now helping you and putting efforts with you into that scheme of things in your business. For Aquarius Ascendant people, Jupiter is going to be transiting your 6th house. Great time to look for investors with this time period, because it controls your 2nd and 11th house, 2 money houses going into the 6th house of loans, of debts. Jupiter is going to help you pay your debts off. He's going to also allow you access to get more money or borrow more money. But through service, whether you're an accountant, a banker, even if you are a psychologist, psychiatrist, is going to help you reap a lot of money in this time period. But this is especially good for people who have been in debt and wanting to pay their debts off. This Jupiter will give you opportunities, so look for those opportunities. Perhaps you're getting an opportunity to get 2-3 projects at the same time, and you might think it's stressful, but those are the 2-3 projects where you're going to work extra and pay that debt off. Let's say for Pisces Ascendant people, Jupiter is going to be transiting your 5th house. For you guys, there will be a birth of children, access to great education. If you have been failing in your school lately due to malefic planets' presence in your 5th house, it's suddenly going to give you access to great results in your education. Suddenly you're going to be wanting to express yourself creatively. You're going to want to do drawing or sing, or go into some sort of a dance or classical arts and music, especially dance, because for Pisces Ascendant people, Pisces represents feet. And exalted Jupiter is going to show great interest towards movement of the body. And since Jupiter also controls your 10th house, shows that this is the time where you're going to get a lot of gains through speculative business. So for those people who are Pisces Ascendant and are in their own business, this is the time it will suddenly give its results. And in this time period, if you're like in service for someone else, 10th Lord is 8th from itself. Usually this means you get demoted, but that isn't the case. What this means is that in your workspace, you will be getting a lot of creative projects to work on. So even if you're a lawyer, you might be doing something so creative. Perhaps you are getting a law case of some actor and you have to go to some studio to explore something. You'll be involved in some creative projects due to your work. And this is how the transit of Jupiter is going to progress in all the zodiac signs. Okay, guys, so if you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you want to know where your Jupiter is placed and all my other books and reports and options, for that, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you next time with 12th Lord in the 1st house. Bye-bye.